Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be answering your Q&A questions. So, I opened up a Q&A to celebrate 200 subscribers. Thank you all so much for so many subscribers, it's so amazing. So, to celebrate, I decided to do a Q&A, and I'm also going to be drawing a new intro while I'm answering questions. So, let's get started. So the first question I'm going to answer is a person called Timlet Illustrators questions. So the first question is why you started drawing and when. So I started drawing technically since I could hold a crayon, but I took it more seriously after my dad got me and my sister how to draw books from the library, and we started wanting to make comics around 7 years ago. My art style has changed so many times since then though. And then their next question is, have anything or anyone inspired you? And yes, mostly Glitter Force and Sailor Moon when I was little, and now Love to Draw Manga inspires me a lot. And the next question, do you take art serious? By this you mean is that the job I want, right? I don't really know. Everyone thinks I should be a writer that I know in real life, but it would be a dream if I can incorporate art at least to my profession, whatever it'll be. And then the next question is, how's anatomy studying going? And my answer is, I haven't really started. I want to try sometime though. I've just been sort of busy and not really thinking about it. And the next question, do you use any kind of drawing tablet? So I use an iPad with an Apple Pen. There was a time when I really wanted a drawing tablet, but I'm happy with this. Have you thought about making manga? Yes, for sure, just not sure if I have no time or if anyone would read it. I just don't know. Do I have enough time? Or would I just end up using up a bunch of time I would do drawing something else? But that's all for their questions. The next questions are from Luxray. Okay, so the first question is your favorite Pokemon. So, my favorite Pokemon would be Vulpix or Sylveon, but it's probably Vulpix, specifically Aloha and Vulpix. Most strong character thing. So, the answer would be that recently I often find myself going back to drawing Aimee. I'm not sure what I draw the most, but maybe it was Sailor Moon because I used to draw her so much. And the next question, your favorite artist, music or art? For music, that's really, really hard. I love mostly Japanese music. Recently, I think you would say like Kohana Lam on YouTube, and some K-pop. As for art, Starlight Storm, Love Show Manga, and the writer Snow It with the Red Hair. And more, but I don't really know who to say at the moment. And that's all for their questions. The next questions are from someone, sorry if I say the name wrong, Ichigo. So, their first question, who is your biggest art inspirations? And that would be same as my favorite ones. And their other question is, what is your favorite anime? So, Yumera Patachira for shows, and for movies, Your Name and Suzume. Always going back and forth with which one is actually my favorite. I also love Studio Ghibli, my favorite being Whisper of the Heart. And just recently, we rewatched My Neighbor Totoro because our little brother wanted to watch it. And the last question is, what kind of songs do you listen to while you draw? So, I don't listen to music when I draw, but I do when I write, mostly sad Japanese songs. Maybe someday I'll reveal my playlist. I have one for whenever, happy songs basically, and one for sad songs. And thank you for all the nice stuff you said in your comment. Next person is Chloe. So, first question, do you have any pets? Sadly, no. We used to have a pug though. He had a double curled tail and he was so cute. Who's your favorite OC that you made? Are my OCs listening? Can they hear? Okay, it's whoever I'm writing a story for, but trying to be unbiased. Plus, I'm writing a story for secret OCs for the time being. For girls, it's gotta be Aimee or Mio? I think Aimee though. And for boys, it's definitely Shiro. And then the next question, who's your favorite OC of another YouTuber? That would be Love to Draw Manga's OC Bryson. He's so cool. What's your favorite colors? Pastel pink. Also, I love white, like with different colors, but my mom says it's not a color. Would you rather have chocolate or vanilla ice cream? Chocolate, I love it, but it might stain. Like, if I have vanilla ice cream, it would be all nice and clean. But if I had chocolate, it would stain my shirt and I'm a bit clumsy, so it's likely to happen. And their next question is, do you play video games? If so, what's your favorite game? Yes, I play Animal Crossing, Kirby, Pokemon. Also, recently, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge DLC with my dad and siblings. So we beat the main game. It's so fun. We got to the boss in like an hour playing with the DLC, but mostly Genshin Impact. Genshin is my favorite. And I'm going to take a break for a minute to talk about the drawing a little. So, my eyes, I used to think that they were blue, but they're actually gray after looking up eye colors. So, I'm going to do those gray eyes, and I'm drawing my, I guess you'd say avatar, but it's basically me with Sakura, my mascot. I'm trying to make myself look a little bit more mature, and I'm trying to make this picture for the intro look really pretty so I won't get tired of it quickly, because this is going to be the last time that you see this intro for this video, so you're going to want to see this intro that I'm making every time, so I gotta make it good enough. Okay, next, what's your favorite song? And that is so hard. Maybe Heart Rate, hashtag 0822 Ike cover. It's always held a special place in my heart, and I think it always will. Then, what's your favorite part of drawing? When I have an extra half hour to shade and render as much as I want, I'm so happy. I already like the picture at this point, so it gets to be the very best it can be, and I love that feeling. What year did you start drawing, and how many years have you been drawing? About 7 years more seriously, though most of it was other art styles. So 2017 or 2016. Do you have any hobbies besides drawing? Mostly writing, reading, and listening to music take up my time. I also like watching random videos on YouTube and also playing games. I get a half hour to play games most days, with just the same amount of time I normally draw digitally. I also write in my diary, and I like making little comics in it recently. Last question is, what do you use to draw digitally? So I use an iPad with an Apple Pencil using Medibang Paint, free version. And thank you for everything you said. Okay, the next person, I don't know how to say her name, so I'm sorry if I say it wrong. Their name is Create Nathiwi's Questions. Their question, first one is, who is your inspiration in art? And I already answered this, but I wanted to kind of at least acknowledge every question. So if I already answered it, I'm just going to say I already answered it. But the next question is new. It's, what is your favorite aesthetic? And it's soft girl. It's my goal to change my wardrobe and room to fit it. Why did you choose Sakura Sketches as your name? So there was a song I used to be obsessed with, Yume to Hazukura, a cover by Wodaman. I think that's how you say your name, and that title translates to Dreams and Faded Sakura. For a long time, online I went by either one of my OC's names or Faded Sakura. When I decided to make an art channel on YouTube, I kept trying to think of things that sounded good with names I thought up that were art related. I settled on Sketch, or Sketches, and decided it sounded cutest with the name Sakura. So that's how I became Sakura Sketches. Also, there's another YouTuber with the same name as me. They made that account first, but I didn't see them until way after I already thought up the name, in case anybody ever wonders. Also, there's some personal reasons why I chose it, but I'm not going to touch on that. And then, what kind of music do you like? Sad, highly emotional Japanese songs, also pop, and some anime openings. I like K-pop, but all the groups I like but one are female. My favorite girl group is Twice. How many OCs do you have right now? I have a lot, but I think around 40, maybe more. I don't think I've reached 50 just yet, at least with being enough of my own character to count them as a OC. And then their last question is, what is your sexuality? So I'm straight. And they said nice stuff, and so thank you for all the nice stuff you said. The next person, I do not know how to say their name. Their name is, I think it's Xanthix, and their first question is, what level of school are you in, middle or high? But they said, I understand if you prefer not to answer. And that's too personal, so I'm not going to be answering that one. But it's okay, don't worry. And they also asked, do you have any hobbies besides art? And yep, everything I said before. Do you use an Apple Pencil, regular stylus, or finger? Apple Pencil. I'm really impressed by the people who use fingers, though. Do you have a favorite OC? And just like I said, hopefully my OCs aren't listening. Aimi or Shiro? Do you plan to do art as a career or just a hobby? More than likely, just a hobby. But as I said before, I want to implement it somehow into my job. The last question is, also, I was wondering if you post your art anywhere other than YouTube or Scratch. I posted on Discord, sending to my friend. Not really, I don't have many socials. Don't know how to say their name. But the next person, WeeWooks, has only one question. Out of all your stories that you've made, if you could only keep one, which would it be? I thought really long and hard about this, but in the end, I think Reminiscence of Dawn. It's not very polished yet, but out of all my stories, I think it might have the most potential. Plus, it's a game, so I could write so many side quests. I think that's the main reason why it's my pick. And thank you for everything nice you said. Now we're going on to the last person's questions, but before that, let's just look at the picture for a moment. I tried to make it so that Sakuma would just be waving cutely, because I thought it would be fun. Okay, so now the last person's question, Starlight Storm. So her first question is, do you prefer reading books or watching shows? Most of the time, it's watching shows. But if I read the book first, I can be a bit stuck up about the show or movie. I want everything to be just like the book, and often it isn't. But if I watch it first, I can read it without worry. Not sure why, that's just how I work. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? I've thought long and hard about this. Everything seems to have a downside, and I can't pick anything, so I think it's nothing. I guess it's weird, but I think I'd be happier the way I am without a superpower, so I don't really dream of having one. Am I the only one? And then next question, where do you want to go on vacation? Japan. I want to play crane games, gacha machines, and just see the place. It would be amazing. Also, there's so many things I want that you can only get in Japan. What's your favorite piece of clothing you have? I have this green see-through, kinda, long sleeve shirt, and I love it. I think that would be my favorite. Have any large-scale projects you want to do, art or otherwise? Yes, I want to make an anime-style opening for one of my stories, and I have been thinking of making a one-shot for Wish. Not sure yet. If you could only draw traditionally or digitally from now on, which would you choose? That's so hard. I sketch out on paper before drawing digitally. But my finished digital pieces always turn out better than ones on paper, so it would be a change, and I'd hate it, but I'd still pick digital. What's your favorite part of making an art piece? Shading. Also, I like the fact that my art is now real. I made something exist. And then last question for this video is, will Reminiscence of Dawn ever be a real game? If my dreams come true, yes, that would be beyond amazing. I can't really code yet and I don't know how, but that would be so amazing. And that is all the questions. So thank you everybody who entered in questions. But now I'm going to be showing you guys the intro, putting it together, and then we're going to end it up. So let's see the intro. What do you think? I think it turned out so cute. Thank you all so much for all your questions. I had so much fun. And thank you so much for 200 subscribers. It's amazing. That's all for today though. So bye for now and thank you again. Let's see how much we'll grow as time goes on.